True.
This other conspiracy theory stars like, oh, it's this. Really? Oh.
Man,
Maybe. Who knows?
there's no way he's not.
this
He's being allocated to the Denver underground tunnels.
The first one.
Yeah.
Toss him to the lizards.
King Lizard, yeah.
Just fucking, he comes out like a year from now, he's got scaly skin.
I can't wait for like all of this conspiracy to actually come true, and then Rob's gonna be like, I fucking told
I
all
fucking
of you.
told you guys.
He's getting swarmed by the lizard people themselves. I told you.
How many lizard toddlers could you fight off if they came? Have you heard that
Toddlers?
question? It's like how many toddlers could you
Yeah.
fight?
This is a great question. Bud.
Actually, yeah.
How many? If you're in the middle of a field, okay, and you're just getting swarmed by toddlers. So we'll say 4-year-olds, okay, and all you have is a baseball bat. How many could you fend off?
I think it's a matter of exhaustion versus
So I'm thinking
ability.
like personally, I'm thinking like 10, because these are big swings. You're gonna get tired real quick.
Yeah.
And then one's gonna get on your back and be like, "What the hell? Get off me!" One's
Yeah.
gonna grab the bat. One's gonna be on your leg, and you're done.
As soon as one of them gets the bat, you're fucked.
I'd probably
Exactly.
last like 5.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Like, are they coming like one at a time?
Are
or
they
is
like,
it
are they like Drew's height, or are they slightly bigger?
Probably slightly bigger.
Are they as
Realistically,
distracted as Drew?
No.
Sorry,
They got one. They're focused on one thing, and that's you.
so like again? I'm
I
trying
was
to.
trying to see how long Weinstein was going to jail for.
How long is it?
5 to 25 years, and apparently he got taken out of the courtroom in handcuffs because the judge was like, I want this guy in jail now. And then as a precautionary measure, he got taken to the hospital on a stretcher tied down in his suit. And the judge is like, fuck that. As soon as this guy's done with whatever his measures are, like, I want this guy in a prison infirmary.
Good.
Cool.
Fuck that guy.
So Drew, what was the question? Answer us.
Yes.
Sounds so no, Drew.
I guess. Does yes answer?
No.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
How many 4-year-olds could you fight off?
Yes.
I tried. But again, I'm saying
4-year-olds with a bat.
I'm trying to
You have a
visualize
bat.
it though. Are they coming
I have
one
a
by
bat.
one?
Yeah.
I have 100.
I know.
No,
You
no.
get way too
But
tired.
the thing is, are they coming like? Does it start with like one at a time, then 2 come, then 3, then 4?
Yeah,
Or is it like?
Well,
Think
think
of,
of like the final boss in your fucking video. This is real fucking life, Rob.
yeah,
just
they're
trying to
all
think.
coming at the same time.
And it's just an endless way.
See, if it's
Well,
a big
are they-
horde, if it's a big horde like this, okay, we'll set it up as like a hole in the fence. So one gets through, but maybe 3 or 4 get through at a time.
It's like Hard Home, like Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah.
You would not last thousands.
Thousands of.
You're an idiot.
I just had this thing in Game of Thrones. You know that image in Battle of the Bastards when Jon Snow pulls his sword out and there's just all this army coming out. I just see you have a baseball bat. Toddler's like,
I think, okay, actually, thinking back on it, so 4-year-olds are pretty small.
What?
I could probably last, like, if it's going through a fence and, like, between
Like
1
20
to
or
4,
30.
the fence,
1 to 4 at a
whack 'em
time,
all that shit.
I'd probably, like, no.
No.
This is the conspiracy.
We
just
got
got off
sidetracked.
topic.
But before the podcast, Shane's just like, I made mine up.
No, it's great.
I tuned
but-
back into this bullshit.
I'd probably say, like, 20.
Yeah, like 20, 30, I don't know.
How long ago did they nap?
Oh, if they're
Like,
fresh off a nap, you're
fresh
fucked.
off a nap. And hungry.
2.
And hungry.
And hungry.
Yeah.
And you have like a pack of like candy in your
Well, again,
pocket,
I think
too.
it would be the same. Like you knock a bunch around. Like say you get into double digits, you start getting tired. So that swing doesn't knock the kid down right away.
Yeah.
And then again, one grabs your leg, one's on your back.
I hate to
one's nibbling on your thumb or something. Like
Did Rob bring Cliff Bars?
no, nothing.
Oh,
he
you're
just
dead.
he just has his baseball bat.
I'm trying. Like, I don't want to get into too much detail, but like it also depends where the bat hits too. Like if we're like killing them, I don't want. I can't discuss this.
It's like baby
normally.
seals.
Baby seals.
No, don't worry. These are, like, the babies that are kept in the Denver underground
Oh, so
tunnel.
like
Yeah.
half ripped. So
They're quick,
if we're
man.
going for kill shots, I could probably last like
quick.
I'm gonna give myself a 30.
Think of it as like a 90-mile-an-hour fastball coming at you.
Just think every swing like that. It's just an X. It's not coming back after you. It's just
No.
bang.
But that's what I mean. As soon as you can't knock it down
You
immediately,
get a couple
it's
in a
over.
swing too.
Yeah, like if they're
No,
like,
you definitely
if there's
can't.
like one here and just like hit one of them, they smack heads together, bang.
This is going to be our prompted question for the community.
Yeah, I
How
don't
many
know.
kids would you survive?
How many toddlers
Yeah.
would you survive an onslaught of?
Could you hit triple digits?
I think if I had enough pre-workout, then I could have Louisville.
Well, think too. So the fence too. Once one's through, then maybe two. But slowly the kids are ripping that fence open.
Yeah, it's gonna start
more and more
scaling.
and more.
Rob gets like 3 fucking Bautistas the bat. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
If I had
Just
enough
get
pre-workout
swarmed.
and I had a big fat Louisville slugger on me, I'm saying like about 75.
Rob would swing so hard. It's a wooden bat. Rob would swing so hard on the first kid, the bat would break, and be like, "Oh fuck."
I would just start stabbing them.
This conversation feels illegal.
It's not
That's
illegal.
great.
We're talking hypothetically about lizard children, not like actual
From the Denver
toddlers.
Can you guys all just stop stealing my fucking conspiracy?
Okay.
theory?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like we need to just go into mine. So
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
what?
No,
You
no.
can't skip.
Shane's is next.
Yeah.
Any finishing thoughts on the Denver one? Oh, actually, do you guys think it's true? Like,
I think it's
I
Do you
think
think
parts of
there's-
it are true. So,
do you think tunnels underneath the
Yes.
airport are true?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like iffy on that because I feel like there has to be some proof
dude. Some
somewhere.
guys
but-
say you saw
Devil's
them. You have to
advocate.
believe it.
yeah.
Okay,
Come
and
on.
then do
Give
you
him his due.
think that what was
The artwork.
Oh, yeah.
Does it mean something besides just being fucked?
No.
I
it's-
definitely think the horse is possessed by the devil.
Yeah. The
No,
horse.
the horse is possessed by the dude that got clubbed by the hoof.
Yeah. He's
That dude's in
and
there
now
like,
he's just stuck on a metal horse.
yeah, like this is my life's work, and this now I'm stuck here. Yeah,
So the eyes are red. He's like, help me out of here.
He's in limbo in the form of that horse.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
And then as for like the amount of land, I think
Is
nothing's
that, even,
suspicious.
is that even up for debate? Like they just have the land.
Yeah, exactly.
The sheer size of it is a little sketch, but
but
yeah.
no other airport in the world has
Think
that.
of where most
But it
airports
doesn't
are
mean
located.
they don't have it.
And also think about it, the fact what Rob said at the beginning.
Problem is
That they had a perfectly fine airport and they're just like, all right, we're building
Yeah,
a new one.
they randomly said we're just gonna scrap
But again,
this.
for the land, think of where most airports are. Like it's way off to the side of the city.
except for Toronto's.
Toronto's is heart of the city.
It's
You
literally
can't
like-
expand.
Yeah.
You can't have all the land. Like think of San Diego's. How would you ever expand that? You
Yeah,
can't.
I bet
Like,
if Toronto or if whoever owns it could, they would buy that much land, but they just can't because one, real estate in Toronto is like fucked.
Correct.
Two,
So-
there's just no room for
so
it.
what if this airport commission just sees Denver becoming an even bigger hub
bought
for more
everything,
than
yeah.
just flight, and they're like, we want to mark our land now.
Maybe
They
there's a
can
very
sell it off to other things, rebuild
well,
again.
obviously it's being used as farming. I'm pretty sure because there was
Yeah,
just
it's
fields.
corn.
Yeah.
But okay, so then do you think
That's good money.
corn.
Goddamn
I
blueberries.
eat a lot of corn.
12K every 4 days.
Let's go.
so do you guys think then that
What is that, Stardew or something?
Yeah.
So I gotta start farming blueberries. Fuck.
assuming that whole like they just think Denver's going to become a huge city, do you think that's why they made or invested so much like in terms of building the whole airport up and making it so big? Like they
No.
think that's going to be a bigger hub than
I
it
think
is
it's
now.
literally this plot of
I-
land is for sale for X amount of dollars. And
Might
they're
as well
like,
buy it.
I'm buying this
It
plot of
could
land.
just be an investment.
It's
Right?
probably
Like,
just
Or
a
these
business
two plots of
decision.
lands are for sale. Or it's like this plot of land's for sale, you buy it, and then this guy who's beside you is like, I'll sell mine for that price too.
But
You
isn't it
buy
also the airport itself, like the actual building,
No,
is bigger than usual?
Yeah. The
So
building
like,
itself.
why
big.
is that building so big?
Because they had the land.
But like
Think of-
that's
all
still
right.
no, that's still very
planning to grow.
expensive.
You're playing Civilization 5.
Okay.
It's the start of the game.
Yep.
You see you can buy a tile for 20 gold. Do you have a reason to buy it? No, you just want to be bigger. You
This
buy
guy,
the
but
land.
time. He's just bad at Civ. This is stupid.
That's literally just land.
You don't buy that tile. You wait the one turn, you expand into said tile with growth. And yeah, you idiot.
And like so point aside, that's just land. Like, but why would you actually build the building that big? Because that's expensive.
Because you have the land.
You
Like,
can't
I
take it
think they
down.
said on average now universities are costing like $700 per square foot.
That's,
So imagine an
that's
airport.
fucked, first of all.
It's less.
I could buy a whole climbing wall for that.
But like, so like,
You could pay off 6 months of my car insurance with that.
imagine how much the airport would be.
Same.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it was a multi-level airport.
Trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Probably.
Aye, and not to mention underground.
was a pretty
We don't
busy
know-
place,
we don't know
though,
how
honestly.
deep those
Yeah.
tunnels go.
While we were there, most of the seats were taken. It was a pretty bumping place.
True.
Yeah.
It was under construction while we were there as well.
It feeds in. Now I wish I stepped outside.
All right.
You would never been allowed back in.
Yeah,
we'll
fair,
have time to
fuck.
circle back to Rob when it comes to me. Shane, what's your conspiracy theory?
What do you think it is? Big Pharma, baby. But the question is, do you think Big Pharma?
But in all serious.
Yeah. Do you think they? So you have billions of dollars in research, right? Do you think they hide results, like they hide cures to things, so that they can continue to make money?
Here's my,
110%.
here's my
Nope.
conspiracy theory branching off of that.
See, let's
Yeah.
go.
Bad for business.
They basically have they think of every charity that donates money to it, blah blah blah. It's a good cause, but like, we're talking billions of dollars being invested every year, even every quarter, into like research, product development, blah blah blah.
Yes.
There's no, like, you can't tell me they haven't found a way to cure things like the common cold, like the headaches.
But the common cold isn't something you can cure.
Well, because
as
it
far
evolves.
as
It
far as we
evolves.
know, like
No, because
It's constantly evolving.
like, there's no,
But all
there's
viruses.
no definite
or
right or
like
wrong
a
answers.
cancer,
Well,
like
it
a
is a
specific
virus.
cancer. Why can't you cure, I don't know, bladder cancer, for example?
It's like there's, and like the thing is that
that's all I got.
Big pharma.
the big pharma makes all their money off over-the-counter stuff that you can just walk in and get.
OTCs.
Ibuprofen, like cold medication, like back pain things, like just kind of random trivial issues. I would almost guarantee that there's a way that there's like one, not maybe one, but like a few magic concoctions they've created that can solve these trivial issues.
Correct.
But they just say, "Oh, are we really trying to not? Do we really need to stop selling Tylenol?"
So you think it's true? They do hide stuff.
like maybe not so much like for the bigger ones like AIDS and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Man, think about all those articles you see where they're like, "We found a cure for this," and everyone in the comments is always like, "Oh, like doesn't matter, it has to go through all this testing,"
Yeah.
and nothing ever comes of it.
Because they
It's like-
tested
because
it.
they
It
tested-
turned the person to a fucking goat. And they're like, shit, dude, we shouldn't use this.
Or they
shit,
just
dude, he can't speak English
test
anymore.
it.
No, okay. So
No.
you also think that they hide stuff.
Big pharma is real.
I
Your
don't believe
take.
that at all. So
I don't believe it either.
So I have a few friends who actually like went to school. One of them
Big
is
pharma school.
Rest in peace to your friends.
One of them is actually I think he's going for his PhD and he's gonna become like
PhD in big pharma.
he's like gonna become some type of researcher or like doctor or something. I
Sure.
don't know. But I
Such a good
asked him
friend.
about this because I hadn't seen him in forever. I was just like, well, what do you think about all these conspiracy theories? He's like, it's such fucking bullshit because so the whole thing argument of like, oh, why can't they find just a cure for cancer? Is because there's like 500 different cancers.
Correct.
And each one has like would need a different
it
cure.
constantly, it can't. That's again. Start saying cancer is one of the
Evolves.
things that it constantly evolves while it's in you.
And it's also
All you can do is beat it with like chemo and stuff.
They
You
need,
can't exactly
they need an
pinpoint it.
AI medicine.
But,
Yeah,
like,
like
so-
machine learning or something to like keep up with. Yeah, I'm being serious. Like
That's fair, actually,
There's enough technology out there that can like learn and adapt to like whatever's like affecting.
I
you.
feel like
The
now
thing
we're
is-
just getting
is
into
the-
nanotech.
Human
Yeah.
body and cancer is so complex that I don't think there is enough right now.
Well,
There
not
is
yet,
a-
but maybe they're working on it. Just no one knows.
They
that
just
type
gotta
of thing.
tap
so-
into Area 51.
And check your metachlorian count.
so the
Some Star Wars.
the big issue the big issue with
Use
all
the
that
Force. Ooh.
Not again.
with the whole like, oh, maybe they're
Metadata.
hiding results. You guys have to remember that in the pharmaceutical like empire, there are millions of employees, and you're trying to tell me that out of the millions of people, some that you personally know, probably
I don't know anyone.
okay, some that I personally know,
If I did know them, not anymore.
would
Yeah.
all
Fucking
completely
pharma.
be
Okay.
quiet about that. And
No, I
would
agree.
never once say a word. Like that's just
And look
unbelievable.
what happens to whistleblowers. You get expedited to another city, town, country.
You
You're
get-
not allowed to come back. You get publicly ridiculed.
So the way I look at it is, if they were to cure,
I have the cure for cancer. They ridicule you.
So here's the thing: if they're like,
What's his
No,
Edward Snowden? He's like, everyone's spying on you, and the public's like, fuck that guy.
no.
I mean, the public
wasn't
loves
like
him.
that. The,
The
public
public
was like,
loved him.
"Oh, this guy's a
Yeah,
hero." The government's like, "Fuck that guy."
Yeah, it
Drew
was-
was the only one who's just like,
The government.
my Illuminati is getting blown over.
He literally ran away because the government was like, "Well, you come back here, you're obviously going to jail for the rest of your life."
Yeah.
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 He did the public a favor.
And Big Pharma owns the government.
True. But yeah, I
Big
agree
government.
with Christian. There's no
And
way
the
they're
Denver
hiding
airport.
this.
Yeah, like it's way too big of a thing that they could hide. And
Also, so if they
Okay, so
if,
you don't think it can happen on a smaller
no,
scale?
okay, so if they were to just say, "Hey, we cured one type of cancer," okay, I don't know, it doesn't matter what it is.
Or yeah.
They cure one type of cancer. They say, "Hey, we cured this." Why would they would just monetize it?
yeah, like
Like,
so
because
that-
they're so fucking greedy.
Yeah.
I do agree. Like, they are probably the greediest group
Fair.
of people ever. The
Do you guys remember that news story of that one guy who like bought out the rights to some really cheap medicine?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it's the
jacked the price
Scorsese
by like
guy.
Man, that is
1,000%.
so stupid.
Yeah.
I hate how people are angry about that. All he did was jack up the prices for insurance companies. So insurance companies had to pay
Well,
more,
and people out of
which
pocket
then
were-
trickles
were-
down, but that's
Yeah.
fine. But if you didn't have insurance and you needed the thing, he gave it to you for $1.
correct.
But
You're
you're
just trying to fuck over insurance
But
companies.
if you have shitty insurance, you're paying out of pocket like hundreds
Correct.
of dollars
And
for
the thing
it
is
when you weren't before.
No,
So
that's my
I'd
point.
understand if he's trying to
just give
make-
for free if you don't
No,
understand.
but
I don't think
regardless,
that was
people
true.
were paying
100%, look it up.
The reason there was an outrage
Not
because
everything.
people were paying too much for it when they were people were going to getting it for free to having to pay thousands of dollars for it.
Correct. And
That's why there was an outrage.
The thing too is like I'd understand if you're saying so. Say it costs $50 and they raised it to
They
like
just fact check
75. Sure, you make a bit more money.
Yeah.
They went from like $10 to costing like 1,000. Like there's no.
Yeah.
And also,
There's
like,
no
the
justifying
insurance
that.
companies, I think, were stopping covering it because they're like, no.
We can't afford it.
Yeah.
Well, they can, but they,
So, like,
they
It
would.
was my understanding that they then got it for free.
I don't think that's true at
know.
all. Because he was
would've
bragging
been-
about
Well, okay,
it.
so
That would've been a happy ending,
that,
but-
that might have happened after it blew up. To be fair,
Maybe this guy had just getting death threats and like people are coming to his house.
What was his name? Do you guys know?
Martin Scorsese
No,
or
that's the
something.
director.
No, it was Martin Scully. Martin,
Yeah, it's something like that, though.
Martin something. I remember
found it.
I had to do a case study on it for one of my classes.
Yeah, because he bought that
Oh,
that
then
album.
you probably know more than I do. I read an article once.
I mean, he's in jail now, so it doesn't really matter.
Like-
But
Yeah.
I don't even know what the
that was for he had some like sketchy things going on with his hedge fund at one point.
that's
why
the
he's in jail.
definition of this guy has a definition of buy low, sell high. Like what an asshole.
We had a hedge
He's
fund.
sketchy.
It should
Yeah.
tell you pretty much everything.
Okay, tangent. What is a hedge fund? I have no idea. Like I hear it all the time, but I have no idea what it
It's
is.
just I don't necessarily know how one runs, but I know that it's very not transparent, and they don't have to like report anything.
It's like a
basically.
predatory like financial
and they
group.
just
isn't it?
go like heavily into options and like risky different plays.
And so they're like an investment group that only deals with like really volatile investments.
But
and
because
shit.
of the lack of transparency, some of them can go down a sketchier path, and then it's harder.
So we're
to
talking
find
like
out
money
about it.
laundering, insider trading type shit.
so
More so insider trading type
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
just to answer the thing originally, as far as Wikipedia shows, he did not ever offer a cheaper alternative. The price went from $1.50 per pill to $30 per pill, and they had to take 10 to 15 per day.
Holy
I'll just
fuck.
go fuck myself then.
So